All right, we are at the end of day 1 of polynomial graphs, and now we're going to take the concept even and odd from a graph and now actually look at examples. And as you can see, it's multiple choice. That's how it's going to be on Delta Math as well. So the function f of x is graphed below. Determine whether the degree of the function is even or odd, and then whether the function itself is even or odd. So I highly recommend start with identifying the degree. All right, and remember, the degree comes from the ends of your graph. So if we look at this one, here are our ends. So our ends, one is going down, one is going up. So these ends are going in opposite directions. That means we know for a fact it is going to be an odd degree. So I am actually going to cross off the ones that say even degree. Because they're going in opposite directions, it's an odd degree. Now we need to determine if it's going to be an odd function. Because if it's an odd degree, it's either going to be an odd function or not an odd function. So remember, for it to be an odd function, it's symmetrical about the origin, about 0, 0. Well, here's 0, 0. Our graph doesn't even touch 0, 0. So that means it is not symmetrical to 0, 0. Therefore, it is not an odd function. So this is an odd degree, but not an odd function. All right, let's look at our next one. All right, so again, we have all the same choices. Different graph now. So we're going to look at the ends. As you can see, our ends are both going up, so they're going in the same direction. This means it is an even degree. So I'm going to cross off our odd degree choices because we know it's even. They're both going up. Then, to determine if it's an even function, is it symmetrical to the y-axis? If we were to fold this graph along the y-axis, will it line up? And if we take a look, yes, it will. So this is an even function, along with being an even degree. All right, final one. Looks very similar to the one that we just did. Here's our ends. They are both going up, so this is another even degree, so it's not odd. And now we look at to the y-axis. Now, as you can see from this one, if we were to fold our graph along the y-axis, they would not line up. It would not be symmetrical. So even though this is an even degree, it is not an even function. And that is how we identify even and odd degree and function from a graph. And that concludes day 1 of polynomial graph.